DC Multisport is sponsoring a great event for kids. We'll find out about that in this edition of WJTS-Inform. Hello, I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is quite a crew. We have Tara Eckman. She is the coordinator with DC Multisport who is putting this event together. And we also have with us Griffin Downs, Cooper Kramer, Leo Eckman, and Ellie Kramer, who are going to be talking a little bit about what they're doing in the triathlon. Tara, let's start off. This is the third?
This will be our fifth year.
Fifth year.
Fifth year.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it either. I had to look it up before we came. Yeah, we started in 2013, and it's grown every year, and we've added a couple of new events every year that to kind of bring more kids and get more kids involved. But yes, this will be our fifth year.
Fifth year. That's amazing. Now, let's talk about the who, what, when, where.
Right.
So, who puts it on?
DC Multisport puts it on, and we are kind of affiliated with the Dubois County Visitor Center, so they are one of our primary sponsors. So we put it on. It happens on July the 22nd at the Huntingburg City Park.
And then, why?
Why? Well, that's a good question. Why would we do that? You know, I think that when DC Multisport formed, which was probably more like 6 or 7 years, we were just kind of brainstorming all sorts of ideas to get people involved. Promoting healthy lifestyles is really what DC Multisport is all about, and we didn't want that just to be adults. We kind of wanted to include kids in that. And there, you know, my kids, Leo is mine, and my kids were doing triathlon in other parts of the state and even sometimes parts of the country, and really enjoying it. And we just didn't really have anything like that here, and so it was something we kind of had talked about doing, and we thought, well, we'll see what the response is, and we threw it out the first year, and we had a great response the first year. And like I said, we've added a duathlon now and a team relay now to kind of really bring more and more kids involved, and they seem to have so much fun with it. So
it's a great idea because there's a lot of runs and walks,
right? And
so it's almost always adults, and every now and then some kids will show up,
right?
But to have something that's centered on kids is fantastic.
Yeah.
What age are kids? What age can they be?
Yeah, 6 to 14 is the age range. And if you're 6-year-old, like what Ellie is, down there on the end, you do what's called the splash and dash. So you just swim and then run. They don't do the bike. And then the 7 through 14-year-olds can be in either the triathlon, the duathlon, or the team relay. And the distances that you do vary by age. So the 7 through 10-year-olds do a shorter distance, and then the 11 through 14-year-olds do a bit of a longer distance for each of them.
And you say this is at Huntingburg City Park?
Yes, it's at Huntingburg City Park. We swim in the Huntingburg City pool. Then they come off, and transition is right there between the pool and League Stadium. The bike goes out a bit around in Huntingburg. It's either a 2-mile or a 4-mile bike, depending upon your age. We close the streets down. Don Forrester, I believe, city manager over there, is really involved in this and just does a bang-up job. Like he closes the streets down, makes sure all potholes are filled and that the streets we bike on are safe. And then they come back and they run around the city park and they finish in League Stadium, which Leo thinks is one of the best parts, the highlights of our triathlon. Yeah.
Where do people come from to enter this? Where do these kids come from? Are they just Dubois County? Are they from all over? Do people come from Kentucky?
Yeah, we the first year I think probably more from around here, maybe the Tri-County area, if you will, but it has certainly grown. We've got one club that comes from Owensboro every year. They're actually a triathlon club, the Green River Tri, who they also think we put on a really great event, and they come up. So yeah, really everywhere from, kind of Indy we've had people come from, and like Kentucky, like you said, and it changes, it varies a little bit every year, but
I would imagine with kids there's probably varying degrees of skill, because one 10-year-old might be a great runner where another 10-year-old is not very good at running, but is that okay?
Well, I think that's the beauty of triathlon is that, for one thing, it's casual and we're there to have fun.
Okay.
So you can come out and on a bike that's got streamers coming off the handle and just have a whole lot of fun with it, or you can come out on a road bike and take it seriously if that's your thing. So it's for everyone and every child, and it really is that. There's all degrees of things. But what's great about triathlon, I have 3 boys and they all do it, and some of them are good runners, and Leo's better on the bike, and I've got one that likes to swim. So you don't have to be good at all 3 of them. You can kind of have your favorite, and together they kind of all work together.
Okay. Now, do you have to pre-register? Can you show up that day? And what do you get when you register?
Yeah. So
and what does it cost, I guess, too?
Well, it depends. I think that the duathlon, I have to look at my cheat sheet here. It's $30. We're past the pre-registration deadline.
Okay.
That was July 1st. So it's $30 for one, and then if you have siblings, it's $15 for each additional sibling.
Okay.
So if it's a family kind of thing, it won't be $30 per child. And you can do it in advance, and we love it when people do it in advance because it kind of gives us a heads up for how many people we're having. We'll have your packet all prepared when you arrive, but you can absolutely come and register the morning of, and that is fine too. We ask that you just show up a little bit earlier. The race starts at 9 a.m. So
okay.
if you come between 7:30 and 8, if you're going to register the morning of, that would be ideal.
Do you get one of those cool T-shirts, or do
you do these T-shirts? This was the one from 2 years ago, and this was last year's T-shirt. So a really slick dry fit T-shirt.
A dry fit T-shirt for kids. That's
dry fit T-shirt for kids. That's all they like to wear these days, right?
What if you have a kid that says, "I want to do the running," and they run and they don't finish?
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
So
we will. Well,
just
you
get
know
them
what?
started.
Pretty much everyone finishes. For the younger kids, it's a half-mile run, and for the older kids, it's a mile run. And I think we had someone a couple years ago who it was a struggle for, and a lot of the kids who had finished went out on the course and ran it in with that kid, and it was really, really cool.
Okay.
And they finished in League Stadium with a pack of kids around them cheering them on. So, I mean, I encourage people to come out and watch this event too, even if you don't have kids participating, because it's really fun to watch these kids.
Well, let's find out from each of these kids what they like the most. We're going to start with Griffin Downs. And Griffin, where are you from?
Jasper.
Jasper. And how old are you?
7.
7. Okay. What events are you going to participate in?
You're doing the triathlon, right?
The triathlon? Okay.
Yes.
And maybe I should ask you this before we go too far. Can somebody just do the running part, just do the biking part, just do swimming, or do they have to do all 4? Or
Yes.
all 3?
No,
Triathlon's 3.
you can. We have 3 different events technically. The triathlon, which is an individual event, and so the kids. Well, I guess we have 4. Let's go back to Ellie. Will do the splash and dash. So if you're 6, you can participate. It's kind of dipping your toe in the water a little bit. No pun intended, I guess. And so that, like I said, is just a short swim and a short run, just to kind of get you going and get you into triathlon a little bit. And then you can do, once you get a little bit older, 7, 8, 9, and above, you can choose as an individual. If you want to compete just as an individual, you can choose between the triathlon, which is swim, bike, run, and you have to do all of those if you compete as an individual, or the duathlon, which is run, bike, run. And you can cut the swim out completely if that's not your thing. And again, the distances vary based upon your age. But something we added in 2016, so last year was our first year, was the team relay. So if you've got friends or buddies who would like to do it with you, one of you can do the swim, one of you can do the bike, and one of you can do the run. And you tag out in what we call transition, where you transition. So you can get together a group of 3 of you and pick which one you like to do and compete as a team.
Great.
And so we have a separate category for that.
Now, Griffin, you're doing the triathlon. Do you have any thoughts about what makes you so good at that? Why do you like to do it?
Because I'm super fast.
You're super fast? Are you a great biker as well? Or cyclist, I guess?
Yeah.
Are you like a real okay cyclist and you're a real fast runner so you catch up?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what Griff is, yes.
Okay. Are you on a team?
No.
What do you like the most about running?
That I just get to compete with my buddies.
Do you do training? Do you train?
With my mom.
Okay. And we're going to talk about training here in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, because there's something very important about training with that.
Thank you.
Do you think kids should do this? Why? Well, let me ask you this way. Why should kids take part in this event?
What do you like about it?
That we just have fun.
You just have fun. So you do it for fun. Competition's kind of good, but fun is why you do it. Okay, now let's move the mic to Cooper Kramer. Cooper, and you can go ahead and take the mic, so we're going to end up passing it down.
There you go.
And Cooper, what are you going to be in?
What do you mean?
What are you going to run? What are you going to participate in? A triathlon, duathlon?
Triathlon. I'll ask my mom about team.
Oh, and team maybe? Okay. And how old are you?
If I'm on a team, I'll have him running. I'll do the biking.
You'll do the biking, he'll do the running?
Sure.
Okay, because you're really good with your cycle?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, is it the cycling you like the most, or do you like the running, or do you like the swimming?
Cycling.
You like the cycling. Now, you haven't brought up the swimming. Why not?
Well, I actually don't like it very much, but I'm really good at it.
Okay, now are you swimming from one end of the pool to the other?
I don't really know the distance this year.
Okay, but I mean you're actually doing a crawl, swim, a backstroke. What kind of swimming are you doing?
There's no disqualification, so you can do anything.
Oh, you can do the dog paddle if you want.
You can do he's absolutely right. You can
Okay.
swim whatever stroke you want to.
Whatever it takes to get from one end
That's
to
right.
the other.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
And Cooper, why do you think kids should do this?
It's a really fun sport. Pushes you to your limits, gets you stronger, and the most important thing, it makes you have fun.
It makes you have fun. All right. Now let's go to Leo Eckman. Leo, you're the veteran here, I guess. You're the older one. How long have you been involved in the event?
I've been doing it since I'm 6 or 7,
Okay,
so 5 years.
Every year that it's been going on. What was your best finish?
My best finish, what do you mean, like place or
Yeah,
time?
what you place.
First.
Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good finish. Okay, what was your best time for the triathlon? Is that right? Are you in the triathlon?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you look at it as I do the bike at this speed, I do the swimming this speed, I do the running this speed, or do you look at the whole length of it?
It's kind of hard to judge that because as you get older, the distances get longer. So, like, if I was 8, I may do an 100-meter swim, a 2-mile bike, and a half-a-mile run. And then, as of right now, I would do a 200-meter swim, a 4-mile bike, and a 1-mile run. So it's kind of hard to judge that.
Okay.
But as the second one, I said the age I'm at right now, I probably did it 29 minutes, I think. I'm not sure.
I can walk a mile in 29 minutes. That's probably not too good. I shouldn't enter. I'm a little old, by the way, for that. Which of the three, the cycling, swimming, or running, is your favorite and why?
Cycling because you go the fastest, and I'm the best at cycling, so.
Do you have a special bike, or does yours have streamers? Is it a
I
banana
have-
seat? What do you have?
I have a road bike that's,
A serious bike.
yeah.
Okay, do you only ride that bike for this competition, or do you also just ride it for fun?
I ride it around sometimes, yeah.
Okay, so you got to get used to it. You got to stay used to it.
Yeah.
What is a suggestion you have for training?
Training, if you're inexperienced at this, I would recommend you work on the swim the most because it's kind of the hardest to get a hang of doing it. So I would definitely recommend doing the swim and the bike the most.
Okay, now let's move the bike on to Ellie Kramer before she falls asleep. Ellie, how old are you?
5.5.
5.5. And what are you going to be participating in?
Splash and dash.
The splash and dash. Can you hold the microphone a little closer? The splash and dash. Do you just jump in the pool and swim, or what do you do in the splash and dash?
So, swim and bike.
Oh, you're doing swim and bike.
Run.
Swim and run. She
Swim and-
will
splash
swim
and dash.
Splash and
Okay.
dash. Yes,
How-
my cheat sheet tells me that Ellie will swim a 50-meter, which is one time down the Huntingburg pool, and then she will hop out and run a half mile, kind of around League Stadium, and finish in League Stadium as well. So
Well, is somebody gonna be?
for like segment.
you will have to
Say-
swim a
you have
100-meter.
Oh, you have
Yes.
to go more.
Yes.
Do you have a towel so you can dry off before you run, or is that how you dry off? Is running? That's a transition.
That's in transition.
That's in transition. Okay.
That's a technical
you have it-
triathlon
like you
term.
have it like laid out here, shoes. For me, it's my
Can
shoes,
you give him the mic?
helmet, and bike.
Okay. Your shoes, helmet, and bike. Yeah, maybe. How about?
We'll give Cooper the
Leo,
microphone.
you be the mic guy, the boom operator. So you worry about drying off, or do you worry about your hair or anything like that? You just
No, you just have to dry off your feet to get like to slip your shoes on.
okay. Okay. Now let's go back to Ellie if we can. Ellie, which one do you like the most, the swimming or the running?
The swimming.
Why do you like the swimming the most?
Huh?
Why do you like the swimming the most?
It's fun.
It's fun. Okay. Do you have any? What's your reason for doing this event? Why do you want to do it? Because you're pretty young.
Because I like swimming, running, and biking.
Because you like swimming, running, and biking. And you probably do a lot of that at home anyway over the summer. But why not do it for competition? Are you going to win? You are?
Last time I did it, I was in first place in my age.
Oh, so you've done this before then? Okay.
There's
so in your first
the
place.
Evansville YMCA puts on one as well that we all went down to in June. So they
I
all.
thought that was Newburgh.
Well, we were in Newburgh.
Newburgh,
The
yeah.
Evansville YMCA puts it on, but it happened in Newburgh, yes. And they all did it. So that was Ellie's first one. She
Okay.
did the splash and dash there.
All right, well, congratulations on your first place and your past first place. Who's going to win? Who's going to win there? You're going to win? Okay, Leo's going to win.
I think I am.
Okay, Cooper.
I won the Newburgh. I won in my time and heat.
Oh, okay. And Griffin, what are you going to win? All right. Well, are you guys competing against each other?
It will be tricky for both
Okay,
of them to
so
win. But we give out 3 places.
Okay.
The top 3, we award the top 3. Actually, everyone comes through the chute and gets a medal put around their neck.
Okay.
Because they, any kid who gets out here and does this is pretty cool. And we just try to have fun. We have a DJ out there keeping it going, and we do some dancing while we wait between things, and just a fun, festive atmosphere.
One final thing to talk about is there is training coming up.
There is. So this Sunday, July the 9th, and next Sunday, July the 16th at 10 a.m. at the Huntingburg City Park, we have 1-hour training session. So again, 10 to 11 roughly. And they're very casual, and you don't have to be registered to do the triathlon. If you want to come and see what it's about and talk to us about what it's about, see if it is for your kid, that's what it's for. If you're committed and you want to come and do some training, that's great too. The kids have the opportunity to get in the pool and do some swimming in that pool, do some laps in that pool so they can experience that pool. We talk about transition, kind of some of the things that Cooper talked about having your helmet there and your towel there and your shoes and everything so that when you come out of the pool you can get things moving. And we just kind of run through the basics. Just to triathlon sounds intimidating to people who aren't familiar with it, and it really isn't. And so it's just kind of to get people familiar with it. So they're free, and we encourage everyone to just come on out. You don't have to be registered.
Sunday at 10.
This Sunday, the 9th at 10, and next Sunday, the 16th at 10 a.m. And you can go to one and not the other. They will build upon each other a little bit, but there's no reason that if you can't make the 9th, show up on the 16th.
Okay, so right now you just need kids to get registered and to be there, but the event again is
It is Saturday, July 22nd at 9 a.m., but we ask people to show up early to get things ready, to register and get things ready. But we kick it off at 9 a.m.
Should they go to the pool, or should they go to the league stadium, or someplace else at the park?
Yeah, we start at the pool.
Okay.
People typically park south of that, go to my direction, south of the pool a little bit, back by those shelter houses is where most of the parking is there, and that works, is where we ask people to park. But yeah.
All right, Tara, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
And thanks to each of you for being our guest. We have had with us Ellie Kramer, Leo Eckman, Cooper Kramer, Griffin Downs, and Tara Eckman. And we hope that you take part in or get your kids involved, because getting them active at an early age is very important. And please do that as part of the DC Multisport. Find out more by going to your website.
Yes, Dubois County Youth Tri, and Tri is spelled T-R-I in this situation, like triathlon. So to get them registered, I don't remember if we said that earlier, but DuboisCountyYouthTri.com is a place you can go. And then, like I said, there are registration forms all over town, or you can stop by the Dubois County Visitor Center. We have a whole lot of them there as well.
Okay, and that's coming up. So make sure that you get your kids involved. Maybe this Sunday at 10 a.m. might be the right day for you. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.
Bye.